We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25, check 25, check 25. Here, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see me. Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm scared.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go, D.
Now a give, right side. Turner. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Touchdown, Detroit.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Redskins 0. Josh Lambo sets the kickoff.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown Lions. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. 21-0 our score after 1.
Let's go, fellas. 158. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Kelsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And
Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Kelsey, the intended. Receiver there.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calais Campbell on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Mike 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Run.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And his pass incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Alert flare, 10:30.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, alert. Safety screaming.
This is Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 20-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kiki QT. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
I got him.
Now Rodgers throwing again. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
That's another Washington Redskins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Ricky. Hey, Mike 51.
To throw again, Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run again with Hunt. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Trubisky on first down. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. The kick by Lambo is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 27th, Rodgers. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check 3. Over.
Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Here's Elliott. Leaps past him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he won't return this one. Won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And an alley to run. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Again he finds an opening. The 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
56 a month.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for the deep ball. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Draw play. Elliott stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Check my 50. Watch the pass. Go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the ready. 50, Mike, 50. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.